Icons family, welcome to our fireside chat today on Monday. I have the privilege of introducing my good friend and business partner, Mr. Kevin Moeller, who I pray is no longer sick. It has been a week. I'm sure he spoiled his wife and their beautiful family this weekend. But today's topic is really, really important. He's going to take a deep dive, my friends, on how to add personal content to our Energize app. This is something that comes up all the time. We already have several team members, Maureen, as one example I can share, that's adding her personal events, which Kevin's going to touch on as well, for inviting, so that you can do what we just talked about with our power hours. Any local events that you guys are running, to be able to add that event and get RSVPs and track it and have it all in one place is just a massive, massive game changer. So I'm going to get out of the way. Kevin, how the heck are you, my friend?
Man, I'm blessed, Aaron. I'm feeling back to 100%, but I am still massively congested. Which
I was gonna say, you don't sound it, man. You don't sound it.
I know I sound horrible, so I apologize for that. But the good news is I'm feeling better. So I'd rather feel better and sound horrible than feel horrible and sound better, right? So that's the good news, is I am feeling better and excited about today's training, as Aaron talked about, because this is truly a game changer. It is so cool to be a non-technical person and to literally build tools yourself. And that's what we're going to be talking about today, is how to use that within your Energize application, how to create your own powerful trackable links and calendar events without having to be a developer, right? This is one of the many things that you have access to. And you can get access to this application, by the way, if you haven't already, by going to solariconssteam.com. solariconssteam.com, and you can get access to this application. There's a link at the bottom of the handful of slides. So if you haven't done that, make sure you do it. And at any point in the future, you can upgrade to the pro version and unlock all the different resources to build your solar business. And so I'm excited again to talk about this today, because too many links in too many different places causes too much difficulty, right? And so what I love about this is that literally you have the ability to take a web page, just a simple web page, that may be an article about solar that you love. And we're going to give you a real example here in just a second, and turn that into a trackable link. So instead of just sending a web page to prospects and not knowing who's looked at what, and having no activity log, not knowing in the future, being able to look in the past and say, hey, did I send, what's the last thing I sent this prospect? When's the last time I communicated with them? Did I ever send them that article? You won't have those questions anymore if you do all of your prospecting within this application. And that's what I encourage you to do. Not because that changes anything for the application, it changes your experience. If you do all of your prospecting using this technology, then you will always be organized, even if you're the most disorganized person on the team. So if you're great with organization, cool. If you struggle with organization, cool. This technology will do it for you, because it will remember if you send an article to someone or not, and it'll track if they've clicked on it or not, right? Social platforms don't play nice with content sharing. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but you could put a post out about Mother's Day or whatever and get a certain amount of engagement. You could turn around and post a link to an article and your engagement is abysmal. It's horrible. You know why? Because Facebook does not want people clicking on links that take them out of Facebook. They get paid by keeping you in Facebook so you see more advertisement. They get paid by advertisers to reach your eyeballs. So they're going to penalize you if you post links on social media. You're not going to have very many people see those links. So if you ever wonder why your engagement's not good, it may not be because your content's bad. It may not be because people don't care. It may simply be because they will throttle the amount of people that even see your post if you have a link, right? So no tracking data on content that you do share. So let's say you do post a link on social media. Well, you don't know who's clicking on it and who's doing what, because you don't own their platform and they're not going to tell you, right? And then there's also an invitation to live and virtual events are cumbersome. If you've ever had to build event pages, then you understand what I'm talking about. And some of those pages, by the way, if you try to actually pay a platform to create stuff for you, you have to pay for them. And what I love about this is all integrated in. You don't have to pay anything extra for it. It's part of your technology stack that you have with the Energize technology. Okay. So this is the solution. I've been talking about it. While we're talking about the difficulties, I can't help myself but talk about the solution. In this application lets you easily share what you want, from business content to family photos that are all trackable. Let's say you're in charge of this year's family reunion and you've got 30 different people that you have to invite. Wouldn't it be cool to upload your own invitation to the family reunion in this application blast it to your entire family of 30 people and see who's RSVP'd, see who's declined and said they're not able to make it this year. Right now, that's an example on personal end. Me personally, I don't use the application for anything but business. It helps me just focus on business only, but it shows you the power of having trackable links in your personal life or your professional life. And you can do that. And you'll know exactly when people click on content, and then you can personalize your pre-written message for every resource that you send, which just makes it faster in your prospecting. So you don't find yourself typing the same manual message over and over and over again. You can have one general message that you create that you just customize every time you send it if you need to, right? So that's what we're going to talk about. And we're going to do that right now. Let's take the application for a spin real quick. Let me share the screen on my mobile device. One moment as we flip over. Okay. So here is your Energize application. This is your home screen. This is what you see every time that you log in. And what we're talking about first is if you find an article that you want to share. Well, let's just open up this web browser over here and take a look at this article. Now, I have not read this article. I'm not endorsing this article. I'm not saying that you should use this article. I just did a quick Google search before this training to find one to show you that if you read this, it says the future of US solar is bright. Now, this is an older article. You can see here it's in 2020. But let's just say that you love this article. You think it's powerful, and there are people that from time to time you want to share this article with, that you're trying to bring into your business, or prospects that you want to share this article with, or what have you. Okay, so let's just say you fall in love with this particular article. Now, what are we going to do? We can send the link to this article, right? If we go up here to the address bar, no matter what browser you're using, there's an address bar. We're going to click on that, and I'm going to click the copy link. All I'm doing is copying the link to this. Now, we could turn around and send that to somebody. The problem is now it's not going to be saved in the activity log, and you're not going to know if they click it. So what's the workaround? How do we add that to our Energize application? Well, there's a way to do it, and then there's a shortcut. I'm going to show you both. All right. So here's how you add it as a resource. You simply go to your resources area, and at the top, you're going to see that you default to the company column. These are all the company resources that Aaron and the team work so hard to build for you, that you and your entire organization have access to for all of your prospecting needs. Okay. But the personal column is where you can add your own. So let's click on that, and it's going to take you here. Now, you may see a screen that has these already in there, or you may not see any. It just says add new. But regardless, we're adding a new one. So we're going to click the add new button here. And then we're going to title it. I'm just going to put the future of solar. Okay. I'm going to change. Here is the future of solar. Now, you can get creative and make better titles than this, but again, the words I'm using are not important. It's how to actually add your own resource that's important. So the pre-written message is going to say prospect's first name. It's going to have a link. It's going to say, let's see here. Check the link. I'm going to put in a space. I'm going to put, check out the short Forbes article above on the, future of solar, and then let's discuss. All right. Now the link URL, we're going to just simply paste that link of that article that we just pulled, and I'm going to change the category to professional, because obviously I'm using this for business, right? Hit done. Be sure to hit the save button. And just like that, magically, you now have a trackable link. So if I go to right here, the professional category, because that's where I put it, you see the future of solar is a new resource for me that I can now share, right? So how do I share that? Well, I share it the same way I always share resources. If I'm going to send this to a particular person, I first go to the prospect's contact record every single time. If you want a trackable link to a prospect, you start with the prospect's contact record. So I'm going to go to contacts. I'm going to go to Patty here, Patricia Agan, and I'm going to go to send resources. And then because I was in personal resources last, it defaults there. But if you were in company, then you would need to toggle over to personal, click on the plus sign for professional, check the box. I didn't even spell the future of solar right. I just noticed that, but who cares? And then I'm going to hit text message right to my prospects. I hit the text button. It's going to ask me which number because I have 3 numbers in her contact record. So I'm going to choose that one. It's going to ask me if I always want to use that one number. I'm going to click always. And then check this out. Patricia, link. Check out the short Forbes article above on the future of solar, then let's discuss. Now I could customize that before I hit send or just hit send because I created that pre-written message. So you could rapid fire that out now to your contacts. And this is a custom link just for Patricia. So when she clicks on it or does any interaction with that link, I'm going to be notified. That's a much better way than me just having to paste the link, create a message every single time and have no idea who's looked at it and then not even see it in the contact record of the prospect. Okay. So let me take her name out. I'm going to add my own number. This is not what you would do, but I just want to show you when you hit send. Okay. And that prospect receives the message and they click on the link. It's just going to take them straight to the article, right? But now the technology knows that that article link was clicked. So this is what the prospect sees, the same article that we could have just sent them the link to. But because we did it through here, let me see if it's saved. It shows sent. Let me get out of the contact record and get back in so it reloads. Let's go to the activity log and look at that. They click the link, future of solar, boom. So now in the activity log, I can see if I ever forget in the future that I sent this article, and I can see that the prospect clicked on it and opened up that link. That's pretty dang powerful, right? Now, what's a faster way to add a resource to our application? Let me show you this pretty cool shortcut, all right? So again, let's go to link that I copied, allow paste. Here's the article, right? Watch this magic right here. I'm going to go to the share button. If you're on Android, it's going to be a similar process. And then I'm going to click on the Rapid Funnel app. And it automatically pulls up in that page.
No freaking way.
Is that not sick? So
Sorry
now
for coming off mute, but that is huge, man.
Now all I have to do is click the title, the subject, change the body if I want. It's already going to pull the link, change the category, and hit save. So that saves you some steps. Like literally all you have to do is click share, click Rapid Funnel, and it knows that you're uploading your own resource. If that's not amazing, then I don't know what amazing is, because that just blows my mind. And I teach this stuff literally every day, and still my mind is blown. All right, so real quick, what do we do? All right, a leader sends me a Zoom link. They're going to do a presentation. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And I've got prospects that I want to get on this event. Now, sure, I could send them the Zoom link. zoom.us/J/123456789. And I have no idea if they hop on the Zoom or not. I have no idea if they're going to register. I have to remind them about the event because they're not going to remind themselves. Okay. Yeah, that's a way that you can invite somebody to the Zoom. But what if I took that link, that zoom.us/J/123456789 that this leader gave me and said, hey, I'm going to be speaking at 2:00 today. Cool. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go down here and hit the more button. And then it's going to open up this side menu and I'm going to click on events. And when I go to events, I'm going to click the add calendar button up here at the top. That's how you add your own personal event. Now, don't worry. By the way, when you add a personal resource or a personal event, like what we're doing in this training, it does not show up to everybody else in Power. You need to know that. So if you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want everybody else seeing what I'm adding in here. They're not. The only person that's going to see it is you. Your team's not going to see it. Nobody else is going to see it. This is your personal event. So I know that these are all like company things that have been added, but when you add it, nobody else in the company is going to be seeing it. So don't worry about, confusing anybody. We're going to click that plus calendar event. And here's where you can title your event. Just for conversation's sake, to make this fast, I'm going to title the event, The Future of Solar. Okay. And the event type, you can choose in-person or virtual. We're going to do virtual because it's a Zoom. The event category, it's a webinar event or an in-person event. We're going to choose webinar because it's a Zoom in this example. I'm going to put intriguing. I can't even spell intriguing right. There we go. Description here. Okay, because this is valuable space that you can use. So for the Zoom link, again, the leader gave me their Zoom. So for this example, that's going to be the Zoom link. There is no phone number. It's United States. Let's just say I'm in New Mexico time zone. There is no passcode. Excuse me, that's the state. So we're going to put, I'm going to scroll up here to Alabama. Time zone, we're going to just leave it at Denver. Start date is today. Start time, I'm going to put 2 p.m. Okay. And then start date today. And then the end time is very important that you put approximately the right end time, because that's going to show up on their calendar how long you want them to book. Okay. So it's very important. Make sure you choose the right time zone, because your prospects will hop on the wrong time zone if you don't choose the correct one. Okay. Very, 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 very important. The good news is that for them, it's actually going to convert to their time zone on their mobile device. So it doesn't matter what time zone they live in, it'll do the conversion for them, which is really cool. Guys, that's it. We just built an event page that fast. Watch this. We're going to click save, and boom, it's added. So now what do? Well, let's go back to contacts, and let's go back to Patricia. All right. So I talked to Patricia about that article I sent her. She's like, yeah, my husband and I have been talking about solar. And I'm like, great. We actually, what are you doing at 2:00 today? And she's like, I don't have anything going on. I'm like, awesome. Block 30 minutes at 2:00. I'm going to send you a link for an invite for an exclusive invitation only event that we have on Zoom with a limited number of availability, but I'm going to reserve you a spot. Look what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to Patricia's contact record. I'm going to click event invite, and I'm going to go to today's date, and I'm going to look for 2 p.m. The future of solar. Look at that. I click on that event, and here's what it's going to show her: the title, the day, the time zone, a link to join. It's going to have the description here, again, that you want to have an intriguing, good description for the event. All right. It basically resells them on why they should spend their time with you. And then all of your contact information. But here's the beautiful thing. If I actually click, I'm going to go ahead and click share by text message. And then again, I'm going to remove her number because she's a real person and I don't want to be sending her all these articles. So I'm going to add my own number. Did I do that right? 2515835. Nope. 835530. There we go. I'm going to hit send. Let me show you what the prospect's going to see now. That custom page, when they click on this, by the way, it says, Kevin is inviting you to this event, the future of solar link. Check the link above to RSVP and view event details, right? Pretty cool. When the prospect clicks on that, look at this custom page that you and I just built together. It's going to have my picture up here. It says, Patricia, please let Joe know. That's my name in the demo app, by the way, is Joe. So it'd say, Patricia, please let Kevin know whether you'll be able to attend. I'll be there or won't make it. The future of solar, the date, the time zone. They can click a button and add it to their calendar, click a button and join the event, read the description there that resells them on why they should invest their time. And all of my contact information is displayed at the bottom. And all of that's built without having to be a coder in about 30 seconds. And you can track who's actually said that they can attend. You can track who says that they won't be able to make it. And you can track if they've even clicked the link to even view this page to begin with. Now, if that's not bad to the bone, again, I don't know what else is. And that's what you have access to in this technology stack. So with that being said, that's the training that we have for you today, but that's not the only training that we have forever, right? It's not the last training. The challenge that you have today, should you choose to accept it, is to create a personal resource or an event and expose or invite 3 contacts in the next 24 hours. So if you're going to take this information you got today and you're going to use it, then that's what we ask you to do, is to commit to one or the other or both. It's up to you. And if you commit to the challenge, you say, hey, I'm in. We want to hear from you in the chat. Send us a message in the chat right now on Zoom. If you're here, say, hey, I'm in. I accept the challenge. I'm going to make it happen. And if you're watching this training on replay, simply send a message to the person who brought you the amazing opportunity with power and let them know that you're participating in the challenge and you're going to take advantage of it. So what we're going to be training on next week is using social media without it using you. How to generate not just inexpensive, but literally free, high quality prospects. That's what we're going to be talking about. How to use how to use social to generate more prospects for your business in a way that can bring you literally as many prospects as you want. We're going to be talking about that next week, and we're definitely looking forward to it. And we'll see you and your team there. So with that being said, Aaron, I appreciate you, my friend. If you have any additional training or any comments, questions, or anything, I will turn it over to you.